Hello, Benji.
Hello, Avi.
How you doing?
I am fine, thank you.
You are fine. Is fine? Why? But why aren't you great? Is fine? Where does fine fall on the scale of very good, very good, great? Where is it?
I think fine's between okay and good.
Yeah,
pretty much. It's around.
So
good.
why? Why is it not? Why are you not great?
I mean, the main reason is I ate a lot of pizza about a half an hour ago and I don't feel great. That's the truth of it.
Too much pizza.
There's actually a backstory to this. I have not eaten that much food in about 6 months.
We're trying to keep costs low.
No.
Summer camp.
You actually you have something to do with this. When I was, I think I was walking to shul about 6 months ago, and
shul dropping.
You said something to me to the effect
Probably
that
I said Shabbat Shalom.
No, you said something like, "Hey, you got fat."
I don't think I would say that.
No, you actually said that, and that impacted my self-esteem.
Maybe I said you look healthy. You look
no, you're making
like
a joke of this.
A fuller version of yourself.
No, I'm actually being serious. That's what you said, and that really impacted me in a way.
Didn't bounce off your fat blubber.
No, again.
Why would I say you're fat? You're not fat.
I basically since then decided to eat a lot less until tonight. And tonight I ate like a lot because my daughter's going to camp tomorrow, and we went.
Oh,
out
that's
to this
nice.
pizza place,
I wish her a happy summer.
I hope she has a great summer. And I'm just feeling whatever. Nobody wants to hear this. No.
All right. So then let's get into the episode. Today's episode. It has a little bit to do with camp. Right. My son's also in camp, and kids are away at camp. Not that many kids came to Israel this summer from the U.S. There were, I think, a lot of cancellations. Understandably, there's no judgment here.
There's a war.
And so why don't we give a little introduction?
Okay. There's a little backstory here. You're about to meet Eliana and Ali. Two girls who are funny, witty, bright, a pleasure to talk to, a pleasure to listen to. They're on this Israeli summer program, like an Israel summer program. And about a week ago, they asked me a question.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me a question, and I did not understand a word they said, like not one word. And they asked it again using like some alternate words, and I didn't understand that question either.
Kind of their own language.
So I said to them, "Hey, girls, can I record what you're saying?" And I recorded them speaking for like a minute.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And I played it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought it would be really interesting to talk to them.
I also had no idea what they were saying.
Okay. So we thought it would be interesting to talk to them, like primarily really just about the way they talk. And I think everyone out there is going to hear, like, it was actually a revelation, meaning I learned more in this podcast than I think any class I ever went to in high school or college about a lot of things. And I think the people out there, if you're about the same age range as us, you're going to really, I think, do a deep dive here into some stuff where, I mean, I got Snapchat tonight, by the way. I just like
you have Snapchat?
Yeah, I did. I snapped my daughter like 5 minutes ago, whatever that means. I think I did that or something.
I learned a lot about where the English language can go, and in fact has gone.
Yeah, that was cool too.
And I feel like I should get some language credit.
I had certain preconceived notions, and social media, I understand now, is some very heightened form of real world socialization.
What do you mean?
I mean, as everyone's going to hear, like there are certain places where you would only look your best. Yeah, if you went to the Met Gala, as you do
not
every
you
year.
Walking to shul, for example, but
it's clearly. And there's certain places where you'll be yourself, and there's certain things that are cool about social media. Meaning, there's this thing they'll talk about where you're sending a picture to each other every day to people who you know for thousands of days in a row. And think of how bad we are at keeping in touch. We don't send anything.
Right.
Not me and you, but me and people who I actually
we
like
talk
who
on
live
the
far
podcast.
away.
Yeah,
but what
true.
a nice thing it is to do that. And I don't know. It there's also an honesty to it, I think, to social media. Meaning, it's taken until today for me to admit to the world that I care about how I look. This is the first time I've ever admitted.
Today, you mean literally today?
This podcast, I had people who know me.
You've always cared, but only today are you admitting it.
Exactly. I am admitting that when you called me fat, it bothered me. And
I didn't call you fat. I wouldn't call you fat. Why would I do that? I can't believe I called you fat. I might have said you
I didn't believe it. Maybe you drank. I mean, it was during the war. I don't know. It was 6 months ago. Place your head. So anyway, I care I guess I did care as a kid how I looked. And it's a thing to care. I think it's developmentally normal. When I was in 8th grade, I remember looking in the mirror 1,000 times in school. I would leave class to go look in the mirror. And
you go back to class.
I would have never admitted it. But they talk about the fact that boys now very much care about
You
how
go
they
back to
look.
class and be, guys, come quick. There's someone in the bathroom who looks exactly like me.
I'm not saying it's a great thing
You
to be
discovered the mirror.
right. I'm not saying it's a good thing to be so looks conscious, but people are. And
That's true.
There's a certain honesty to the whole thing.
There is.
And it's cool. And obviously, I still think there's way too much like phones in the world, way too much social media. But these guys are worth listening to. They're
Yep.
two fantastic girls who
They're going to go far.
They're going to go very far.
All right, so let's do it.
Let's learn something.
Okay, enjoy, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And, you can submit it for college credits. And we're back. Hey, Benji.
Hey, Avi.
How's it going, man?
It's going great. We have two amazing guests here. We have Ali
Hey guys.
and Eliana.
Hi,
Hello, Ali and Eliana. Great to have you here.
thank you.
Thank you. As I
Great to be
said, all our guests, thank you for agreeing to be on our podcast.
All the way from the Sunshine State,
Yeah,
right?
Miami.
So flow.
Born and raised.
Mhm.
So flow.
Now, you guys are how old?
16?
16. We're both 16.
You're both born in Florida?
Yes.
Yeah. I was born there and then I moved to LA when I was around 9. And then I came back. So I got a taste of different cultures all around the U.S. So I think it's pretty sick. Yeah, yeah.
And where's your family from originally?
My parents are Venezuelan. So, a mix of everything. And so is Eliana.
So my dad is from Venezuela, and then my mom's from Israel.
Oh, cool. Do you guys speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both do.
That's amazing.
And you guys go to different schools?
I go to a Jewish school, so I learn Hebrew there as well.
Yeah, regular public school over here.
The first idea I had to put you guys on a podcast is because I literally heard you guys talking and had no idea what you were saying. I mean, like zero idea about the words that came out of your mouth, whether it was English, Spanish, or something else. And that got me to talking to you for like a minute or two, and I started recording you, as you remember.
Yeah.
And maybe we can start with a little bit of that because the people who listen to this, I think also will have no idea what you were saying. And you were just speaking regular, right? That was it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what you got. Now, go through some things that you say regularly that you think we're not going to know what you're talking about.
I feel like we can just start off with bet. It's pretty easy. I feel like
Yeah.
we say it a lot. Do
It's
you want
like-
to explain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bet is like something pretty like integrated into our vocabulary.
Mhm.
It's like you can bet on that. Like
Yeah.
like let's say, can we get an example?
Yeah, using a sentence.
Like,
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, bet I do.
it's like, yeah, okay, you're
Okay, bet.
adding to the
Yeah,
yes.
that's easy for us because we would say you bet or
Yeah.
you betcha.
The test that we're going to have is to use all these words in our next podcast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only.
Well, stay
Concepts.
tuned.
We will
Yeah.
stay
Okay.
tuned.
So we started with bet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. And what else you got?
All right. So I feel like everybody knows the no cap, and
Do you guys know that?
No
No
cap. I I know it from the recording that Benji did of you. I think it means
wow.
like
Definitely.
yeah, like for real, like no.
Like using a
You're
sentence.
not lying.
not
Not
no
lying.
joke
No joke,
joke.
no lying. Like, you're putting it on God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretend you guys
Putting
are
it where?
on God.
On God.
Yep.
Yeah.
On God. Okay.
meaning you putting
You're
a God
telling the
li-
truth.
is
Or
telling the
like
truth.
100, like 100%. Like, you know what I mean?
All right,
Okay. So you have a lot of words for like for emphasis that you mean
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
For example, period.
Oh, period. That's
Girls
something
use it a
more
lot.
Punctuation
It's
at the
emphasis
end
on
of this,
it.
Yeah.
we have that.
All
we
right.
have that. Old people have that. We say
Oh yeah,
period.
no, but that's like. That's
I'm
when your
not going to
mom's
do
mad at you.
any of that. Period.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like,
it's like
Period.
period.
Okay. Using a sentence. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, that top is really cute.
period.
I just got it.
Oh my God, it
Period,
looks
I just
great.
got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
Okay.
basically all kind of the same thing. We think.
Period. You just got the top.
No, it's period because it's like,
Oh, it's cute.
It's
like,
cute, like,
period. you
period.
mean it.
Okay. But you said to
Ah,
her.
Period.
You said to her, "Nice top," and then you said period.
I would have honestly should have said thank you, and then she could have said
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
I kind of, but
I just want to get it straight. Okay. Good. All right. Now, what do you say if someone does you wrong?
Done dirty.
Did me dirty.
Did me dirty.
Did
Or
me
mudded.
dirty.
Mudded is
Mudded,
another one.
mudded as in mud, or
No,
as in
like-
mud with a T.
Low-key with a T, I'm not going to lie. Like, so basically, like, oh, you just mudded me is like you did me wrong, like you did me dirty. Same thing as done dirty.
Also,
like,
could be done. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
That's
Could be said in a photo.
Thank you.
Like,
Oh yeah.
you mudded me. If you look way better than me in a photo, I
Oh,
could
that
be
no,
like,
that's
in
a
other words,
mog.
you
That's
made
a
me
mog.
look like a mutt, like a dog that has
Low-key,
two
not
different
really, I'm not
breeds for
sure.
parents.
I feel like I've heard.
Not
that.
sure how that was developed.
Okay.
But like,
Benji has a mutt.
oh,
Can we
As in
say the
dog?
dog's name?
I do.
Does she listen?
Evie, no, she's listening.
Yeah, Benji has a very unattractive dog.
Well, we don't need to talk about that.
well, I'm not sure if that's the origin of the word, but just mudded is like, oh, done wrong. Like, bro,
Okay.
you just did me wrong. And
Meaning-
another one.
Well, just 1 second. Let's say someone took your picture.
Yeah.
And sent it to you or something, and you would say, "Oh, you mudded me."
Yeah. So
'Cause-
like, oh, you just like, I look not good.
Okay,
You just
okay.
made me look
Did me
not
dirty.
good.
Did me dirty. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Another one is like, this one's a new one. So for all those new, slang listeners, you already got the gat. You have like no cap. You already know those. That's the basic. Now we're going to
You said "gyat"?
I don't think they know
So,
what that is.
We'll get to that another
Okay,
time.
okay,
But
go ahead.
a mog.
And he
Mogged.
spelled that MAW.
MOGGED.
Mog. Okay, Mog.
So there's this thing that's on social media
Mhm.
and it's called looks maxing, and it's kind of like you're kind of getting obsessed with how like looking a better version of yourself, like
Mhm.
what you can change.
Who isn't? I want to.
I feel like a lot of guys focus on this mainly.
No, like yeah, it's kind of like everything, but like it's very like new. So it's like
Mm.
just scratching the surface of this, but like looks maxing or you mog me is like, oh, you look better than me, or I'm mogging them is that you look better.
In a
Mhm.
picture.
Right.
Just in general. Oh,
Okay.
like face card lethal.
Face
Yes.
card declined.
Face card decline, man.
Okay, go,
Like,
explain that.
all right, so when your face card declines,
Wait, we need to go back to Mog. What's in between Mogged and Mudded?
Oh, mud.
Mudded
you
means you may actually
did me
made me
dirty.
look bad, but
Exactly.
Mogged means by you looking good, you
Is that
made me
you-
look relatively bad.
100%. Yeah.
Bet.
I'm not. See,
Good
He's
job.
getting so good at it.
Here-
He's
Period.
smart. He's smart.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Wait, but I'm so confused. Okay, you said that it's mostly boys. Something maxing?
Well,
looks maxing.
What's that?
Maxing.
I wouldn't say that's
Yeah. that's
honestly.
gonna-
I would say it's mostly boys. Like also girls
Okay.
say it, but I feel like I hear it more from guys.
Yeah. It's more like I'm not sure. It's like it's kind of a funny thing. So like looks maxing is just like you're trying to look the best you can. Like eye area is just like the way your eyes look, and it's
Uh-huh.
like
These are filters on whatever on Instagram. or
no,
whatever.
not filters.
Oh.
It's like genuinely like how you look. You know what I mean?
So you'll actually have to open your eyes.
Yeah. Like
I don't know how to explain this lore. Like
okay,
What?
so lore is basically like a backstory to something.
Yeah, lore, like folklore.
folklore, but we use it a lot.
What?
Meaning,
Or-
use it in a sentence.
Like oh my
Bro.
god, what's their lore?
No, not even that. Yeah, pretty much. It's like,
Mm.
oh, I'm about to drop the most insane lore right now.
That
Like,
might be a Dungeons and Dragons
I don't
reference.
know about that.
If any of our
I don't know about
listeners
that
either.
have any D&D enthusiasts, lore.
I'm going to drop some lore, meaning I'm going to give you some backstory.
yeah, I'm gonna give you some like
Right.
back knowledge or like
Uh-huh.
something that's like, yeah,
Okay. About him look maxing?
like low key. No, I'm just kind of throwing in words.
Okay.
TBH.
I don't wanna get
I feel
confused.
like
Yeah.
Low-key. We
Lore.
should get to Loki at some point.
Oh,
Okay.
low key.
We'll get there next.
We might just get
Yeah.
it by context.
Yeah,
So I feel like lore and tea can kind of go together. Although people don't really use tea a
yeah,
lot.
that's a hot take, babe.
But okay, but like I feel like tea can also be like I'm
oh
gonna
yeah,
drop tea.
I mean,
Gossip.
well, yeah, that's tea. That's something like going on currently. But
Right.
lore is like
the backstory.
The backstory,
Does
okay.
that means gossip?
Yeah, I
Right.
know
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna
that.
It
spill
does.
the
I'm going to
tea.
spill the tea.
The tea, like actual
right.
tea.
That one's
Right.
like
you drink.
mad old. I'm not
It's
gonna
old.
lie.
It goes
Yeah.
back
It
to
just
England,
reminded
I
me
think,
though.
No.
Tea is mad old.
No, they love
No,
tea.
it's like I feel like that was like low key, like hot, like during
A couple
like,
years ago.
2019,
Right.
babes.
Okay,
Like,
okay. Go back to the credit card.
oh, face card did not decline.
Or
like,
face card lethal.
like lethal. You know what lethal means? Like
Yeah.
lethal, like insane. It's deadly. So like your face card is lethal.
Is
it
a good
means like
thing.
That's because your looks
It's-
maxing.
yes, babe.
Great
Oh my
job.
God. Literally hopping on this. He's really good,
He's
Benji.
good. Yeah. he's
Got to
good.
get on that
Benji,
level.
catch up.
TBH. Oh, he likes that one. Yeah. So like deadly, like it's lethal. Like
Uh-huh.
wow, like face card like does not decline.
Meaning
like,
the face looks good.
face
Right.
looks great.
Lethal meaning good.
Lethal, yeah.
It kills.
lethal's
Okay,
a
got
good
it.
Think of
thing.
it. You
Yeah,
don't want
like
your card to
OD.
decline.
So someone tells me, "Hey Benji, your face card never declines." I'll say, "Thank you."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like oh my god. Stop. Like
Slay.
you.
Thank you.
Like no you.
Is there a nice way to say thank you? Better than thank you? Because I like saying thank you. Is that still okay?
I mean, like for me, I'm just like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like I OD kill it. You know what I mean?
Oh, OD.
No.
We should get into OD.
I
That's
was
from
about
overdose.
to. I was about to.
Well,
Okay.
All right,
yeah.
OD is like
Overdone.
overdoing it. Like OD is like, you know how like overdosing, like,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
it's like not like overdosing, quote quote.
Right.
It's like overdoing
That's what the
something.
paramedic told me with the air quote. You overdose. As I was.
Like, I feel like this might sound mean, but I tell my mom a lot, like, you're ODing it. When she gets mad, I'm like, oh, you're doing too much. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not a
crazy.
big
Yeah.
deal.
Okay. Can you say, if you want to be mean, which you never should be, can you say your face card does decline? Not that you would ever say that to someone?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say like it does decline. You just be like, girl,
Face card
like,
declined.
Face card declined.
You would say that to someone's face? No.
I mean, like low key, no. Like,
Right.
I mean, like,
I could never.
listen.
Let's get into the low key
I mean-
for a second because you keep saying it. Do you mean something different than if you hadn't used the word low key? Like, no, I'm being serious. Like, meaning, like, if you say low key no, it means like a low key version of no, or
I mean, it's like it's kind of like I don't really want to say it, but like low key, I don't want to do that. You know, it's kind
Right,
of nicer.
right.
meaning if I would say clean your room,
And it's
And-
like
No.
low key, like no, not right now.
meaning, and I would feel better about it because you're like no. You're
Yeah,
like,
because no, you're
low-key
being
no.
sweeter. You know what I mean?
I got it. Okay.
But this is
Right.
very versatile. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand.
Does a lot of work. Does a lot of lifting. Low key.
Can I get into op? Because I was about
Oh,
to say
yes.
like op.
Op.
like
It's an
mom-
operation.
Opposition.
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 Good
Oh,
job.
he's catching
Thank you.
on.
Thank you. Yeah.
Got some competition.
Yeah. This podcast is
I'm
all
like
about
a turtle.
competition.
I'm slow and steady. He's like, you know, the
Mhm.
hair. Yeah.
Right. I got that one.
Okay.
Okay.
good.
They
We're
actually
both
know-
learning something.
No, they know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they
these
do know a
guys.
lot of stuff. They also know it
Um,
in Spanish. Is there slang in Spanish also?
I'm sure there is.
It's
but
all like
since-
low key nasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A lot
So-
of Spanish slang is
Okay.
like gruesome, but
Yeah,
also
true.
I'm sure we're not so into it since.
You know, we're not really delved into the, like
Exactly.
the culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Growing
You
up
guys
there,
are
you know what I
into
No, no.
English speaking. I'm
Op.
trying to use op.
No, op. You're my op.
No.
Low key,
Low key,
no.
no.
Oh
No.
Face
You're my
card
op in that
decline.
you're my opposition.
Don't do me
sometimes.
dirty. I want to hear what Ali has to say about
Okay,
op.
go ahead.
Bless. Bless up. Thank you.
Bless up.
Right. So basically, like an op is like someone that's like you're like not really friendly with, or like someone that's like that ops on you is someone that like tells on you or like snitches, basically.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So like,
But you guys in real life, don't give any names. Like you're too young to have like ops.
no,
right?
I have an op.
I have
Okay.
ops.
I have ops.
You all
by
have ops.
Like I'll be like, oh, like that's my op. I
no,
don't want to go
she's
there.
my op. Like,
Can a teacher be an op if they
yeah.
pick
Sure.
on you or something?
If like you feel like your teacher favors others, I feel like you could be like, yeah, not
Yeah, or,
really,
like,
but
Not really favoritism, but if your teacher like kind of low key picks on you, you're
has
just
something
like,
against you.
yeah, you're just like,
that's my
bro,
op.
why is she my op? You know what I
Right.
mean?
And it's
I
like,
do
have you ever,
this-
why is she opping on me?
Yeah, it's like
No?
if someone, well,
No.
the teacher wouldn't do that. Like, I mean, like the teacher's
Hopefully.
your teacher. You would opt to the teacher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I definitely, yeah. I was
No,
a big
I wouldn't.
opper.
Your op would like say something to the teacher, which is snitching. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. And then the
You feel me?
teacher becomes
Oh.
your op when she starts picking on you because she.
Low key. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Okay.
Low key.
It's,
Right.
it's so
Okay.
infused into my vocabulary. I don't
Right.
even notice.
Now, is there anything? Are these unique to South Florida in any way, or are there
wouldn't say
words
so.
unique
I mean,
to South Africa? South
South
Africa.
Africa.
South Florida. South Africa on the
there
line.
are like words that are like predominantly used in like East Coast, like like mostly Florida.
Mhm.
Like a thing that's super Florida is jit.
Jit.
Yeah.
Jit for
It's
legit.
Yeah, like JHIT.
Or
J-H-I-T.
or-
is that like legitimate? Like legit?
No.
It's
no, no.
legit?
Listen. Or like JIT.
Yeah.
It depends how you spell it. Some people will drag you for it. Drag you if you spell it with an H.
Uh huh.
Some people won't.
But when are you spelling it? Like when you're
When you're
When you're
Texting.
texting, like
Personally,
yo-
I don't say jit. I feel like it's
Wait, just a minute.
What does it
When
mean?
you're texting, there's probably no grammar rules and no
There is
spelling
no
rules,
grammar rules.
except
It's like-
if you misspelled the word jit.
well,
well, one is like jit.
They'll-
with
I
an
don't know.
H.
I've
Yeah.
never really tried to spell out
I do
jit.
be using
Okay.
that because right, all right. So
All right, so go ahead. What is this thing?
It's
All
like
right,
John.
jit.
It's like the name John. There's could be John with an H.
oh,
and
a John
with
is like yeah.
No, I mean I just
do,
like
you
a
still,
spelling.
like, do people like use that like back then? Not back then.
No, but I
A
just meant as a
John-
spelling thing. Like
What's
you
a
could have John
John
with
A
an
now?
H.
John is like a thing. Is like a just anything. Like your shoes a John, your shirt's a John.
I've
like,
never heard.
what
that,
is
but
that
okay.
John? Because it's like, just listen. Just
Okay,
I'm
I'm
John is like-
learning.
all right. Yeah. See, everyone's learning
Uh-huh.
today.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh my god. Like, can you pass me the John? Like, it's the thing.
Whatever it
so
is.
It's super like.
But if
Pass
it's
me
a
the
whole
John.
Yeah, like-
if it's a whole table of food, you got your potatoes, your macaroni, your steak, and you say pass the John, meaning how they know what to get.
In our
You
day,
just
that
gotta
would
be
mean pass the
telepathic.
bathroom. That's what the John is. You guys know that?
Never heard of that.
Gotta
Not
go to
gonna lie.
the John.
So
No.
spinning back to JIT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people say like as if like you're little. Like it's kind of like
A little bit
bro.
of an insult. Not
A little
insult,
bit.
but
To
you're
call-
belittling someone.
If
Yeah,
I were to
sorry.
call,
Call them a
like a
jit?
JIT.
Yeah,
like
you're
bro,
a
what do you-
jit.
you're a little JIT. Like
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's a very Florida thing. It's hard to like
Yeah.
expand on it with like you know what I mean.
But can you ever be positive? Like, I would say, Avi, I enjoy doing this podcast with you. You're a fine jit.
No,
That's low key whack. I'm not gonna lie.
no one
Okay,
would
so
say that.
I would say, oh, that jit Avi.
yeah.
He's
no,
so
Sure.
annoying.
But you
Okay.
you should more say, Avi, you're a jit.
like
It's more when you're saying it to someone. I
So
feel
if
Yeah.
I said Avi or jit, what's the connotation?
Don't be a
there?
jit.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Kind of.
no.
don't
be a
jit.
jit?
Definitely not. Respectfully. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, okay, like, I feel like it's like, yo, what are you doing, Jit? Like, where do you think you're going, Jit?
Right,
Ah,
you're
It's
belittling
always
someone.
negative.
Yeah.
Low key.
So-
What
It-
would be our word for like that?
I think maybe punk.
punk.
I guess
Come
it
here,
can.
punk. I'm gonna take your lunch money.
Yeah,
That's what it makes me
like that.
think of.
Now, okay. Any other words we need to know in order to survive in South Florida? Like,
We would not survive in South
No, no,
Florida.
I feel like
yeah.
I'm just thinking of like a Miami girl accent, but it's nothing specific.
Do you have anything off the top of your head?
Is there a Miami girl accent?
Literally, bro. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let's
well,
hear
it's
it.
more like Spanish.
It's more of a
Yeah.
Hispanic accent.
It's like, oh, all right, so like, well, that's like super,
Bro, a lot.
super South Florida, like
Miami.
girl, like borderline Keys, like not gonna lie,
A
it's like
key rat.
Doral.
Borderline keys.
What is what she just did?
What you do? Oh yeah,
Key rat.
What
A
key
key
route?
bro.
Key
Key rat.
a
It's
key
just-
rat?
This is
Someone
guys.
from
This
the
is
Keys.
very
Yeah,
specific.
key jet.
A key rat is someone
No.
from the Keys, but is it a good thing to be from the Keys?
Well, there's okay. Listen, some like things have like certain nicknames that are like very like, you know,
You just have to
specific
know.
one thing.
Okay.
So like what, like key rat, like not gonna say that one. Like,
I wouldn't say it, but people do say it.
Mm.
yeah,
But people look down on people from the Keys?
No,
Oh.
I think living in the Keys is cool.
Technically,
Yeah.
you do look down because they're
I
further
don't.
south.
No,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
south.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
sorry, I hit
Yeah.
the
All right,
mic,
let me
but
think.
That's a geography lesson.
Good.
Something else you can take.
Finally,
from, like,
I know
Florida, like
Yeah.
Finna.
Finna.
Finna?
Have we heard about this?
I feel
one?
like Finna is used a lot also in like New York, maybe.
Okay. But
Finna.
what does it
no,
mean?
I finna like
I finna go to the.
Oh
No, like,
yeah,
you finna
I-
like you.
like
oh,
fixing too. I've finna
going
like you
to.
want to.
All
Yeah,
right,
you're-
listen. So
yeah.
we don't really break the words down.
right again.
Yeah,
right. I am
okay.
a right. I'm interested in etymologies.
Right. That's
yeah,
That's, cool,
that's a
but,
different podcast. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff here.
Low-key.
Meaning, I feel like we could maybe go to South Beach one day and just talk to the locals, and they'll accept us as their own.
Yes.
Potentially.
That very emphasis on the potential.
Yeah.
You might have to try it
Unlikely.
out.
Like, bro, imagine like them coming up there. Yo, bro, you finna
Post it
hit
up at
this no
SoFlo.
cap. Like,
You
bro.
finna hit this.
They come. They're
okay.
posted up at SoFlo at the AVM.
What's an AVM?
what's AVM?
Is that an annual meeting? Annual general meeting?
No, it's just the Aventura Mall.
After
That's like guys. This is so
like
beyond
TLV.
specific.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
really
TLV.
beautiful.
But
Have
what
you
you
guys learned
say-
any Hebrew slang since you've been? How long have you been here?
Ashkara?
Oh, no. Well, you speak Hebrew.
I
I
have
speak
no
Hebrew.
idea what any of it means. Respectfully.
Well, you know
Sababa, all
Sababa.
those words.
Sababa.
Chaval
Yala.
Azman.
Oh, yalla, bro.
But
that's-
we don't, Benji, we don't really know Hebrew slang anymore, I don't think.
We'll have to invite some Israelis on for that.
Oh my God! Please do that. I'm
yeah,
gonna
Yeah,
listen
there
to
is.
And then
that.
we'll do a
That'd be so
mashup,
cool.
you guys and them, and then we'll fly you guys in, and
I
you'll
would
meet
love
them.
to.
That'd be fantastic.
Imagine.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of like new army slang being developed. Yeah, it's a small silver lining of the war.
Oh.
We'll do an episode on that.
We'll do it. we'll do it.
Epilogue.
Okay, so anything else we need to know in the word department, like just
yeah,
to
probably
survive
are a
in
few more words.
to
All
survive
right,
in
so-
South
They'll come up.
Florida?
Two things I can think of right now is like goat. You know this.
Yeah, the
goat.
goat. Yeah.
Greatest of
Goat.
all time.
Greatest of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but it's like it's becoming very like popular now. Like, oh, bro, like thanks, you're the goat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just it's very
What
very.
about
you know-
OG? It's OG
Oh yeah, OG's like just like original.
but that's
Yeah.
like old.
But that no, it's not even like old. Like people still use it, duh.
Mm.
But like
Mm.
it's like
I'm so happy you still say duh because that's
Oh,
a word
oh my
that,
God,
that
guys,
we had.
you don't understand. Like the way that like me and my friends and like we all talk, it's just we shorten every word ever.
Right.
I
So,
feel like I hear it
Yeah.
a lot from Ali. The more time I've been spending with her, I have also begun to shorten words.
So, like,
like-
what words are you shortening?
Right. So we're gonna spin back to low key. I just beat Loke.
Loke.
But is that a you
man.
thing or that's
like a low key everybody thing.
okay? Loke everybody.
It's
thing. Okay.
getting very popular
But-
now.
So like ketchup. Do you say catch?
Yeah, like it's so like
But what mustard? You can't say turd.
no, you just like kind of
Say
shorten
must?
the first like word to like, oh yeah, can you slide the must please?
Slide the
Okay.
must.
But must is like
Must is like okay. There's
Musty.
also
But
this other
Eliana,
thing. It's
you
called
do
musty.
this also, or you keep words their regular length?
it kind of just depends on the word. I feel like.
Okay.
Mhm.
But Loke, you'll go there.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
Loke.
Yeah,
Loke.
I like a lot of people do this. Trust, like it's not just me. Like
By the way,
Wait, wait.
just one second. We're going to jump beyond people who are cool to people who are super cool. Meaning, we're not going to start saying
Right,
low
so
key.
me.
We're
We're
going
gonna
to
say
go
Loke.
Loke.
We're gonna be Loke. That. But if we say
Low-key
Loke, would we
seems-
sound mid?
Oh, you know about
mid.
mid.
You're just
That's
Feeling
exactly the
so-
reaction I
showing
wanted.
off now. Thank you for the lesson in how to speak when we get to South Florida. Yeah.
Allie's raising her hand. She has a
yes, I
question.
am. I have 2 more words for you guys.
Please.
So I was on a boat with my family.
Okay,
my
what does
cousins.
boat mean?
Boat is actually just a regular boat.
What's a boat?
Believe me.
It's a
Yeah,
water-faring vessel.
Yes.
So, and I said, "Oh my god, this food is gas," because they did like a little
Right.
barbecue moment, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh my god, this food is gas," and they were like, "What?" Blew their minds. We know what gas means, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
Do
gas
we-
means
like
like
lit.
lit, like
It's
on
fire,
fire,
yes,
it's
lit,
not
it's fire.
on fire,
Right.
just fire.
just
Really good.
incorporating that for
Thank
the
you.
listeners out there. Also,
The food is
we
gas.
have
Why'd they
aura.
freak out? They thought it had gas in it.
no, like they were just like, "What is this new word?"
For
Wow.
people our age, to say the food is gas means something very different. It means
Right, right,
something
right.
about
Right.
indigestion.
So
or-
it's been like turned over.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I feel good for gas.
Yeah.
Meaning, finally has its day. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so you got gas. What else?
yeah. Like, okay, so another new thing, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be ahead of the curve, on top of the trend, like before it even gets so widespread that
Yeah.
you see it on like BuzzFeed.
Mhm.
Right.
We're saying
BuzzFeed?
aura.
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 So that's when you have like
Good energy, good vibes.
Yeah.
I feel
yeah.
like.
So basically,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like not.
It's cooler than that.
It's like you're. If you do something
That's
really
another.
cool,
You got that might be another Dungeons and Dragons thing. Like some characters might have had an aura.
I never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Right,
Neither did I.
Benji. Right, Benji.
Wait.
Me too.
So use it in a sentence.
all right, like, oh my god, bro just tripped and fell. That's negative 10 million aura.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Negative
Or-
aura or positive aura. Positive is good, negative is
But
bad.
use it for a positive thing. Like speak to Eliana and give her positive aura. Do it. What does that
Give
mean?
her positive
Well, her
aura.
Okay,
face
I
card
just
never
have-
She is the aura.
declines. Her top is period. And
No.
No, the
that
top
could-
is not period.
No, like, listen, like,
Leave it to the experts. Go.
mm. All right, like, Eliana just, like, gave so much aura. She just, like stood up to this bully. or something.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really nice.
This might be a little more into it, but on TikTok, I feel like people will say like, "Oh, I felt the aura of this video
Oh,
10 scrolls away."
ago. Yeah.
10 what away?
Scrolls like above.
Okay. Well,
Or like mythical For You page pull.
wait, say that again.
Mythical
I don't know
FYP pull.
What's
A
that?
mythical, like, or just like
What's an FYP
insane
poll?
For
For
You
You
page.
page on TikTok. We're talking about social media now, I guess.
yeah.
Your
Yeah, I would
recommended
like
videos.
to. Yeah, this-
That's exactly
into
where
that?
what I wanted to get into.
Is that a good segue?
yeah,
It's
that was a
great.
great
yeah.
segue.
You guys,
Nice.
you guys need a podcast.
That seg got you like 10,000 aura.
Oh my god!
That was
No, you're low key
nasty.
right.
He's
Go
doing
with
better
it.
than you, Benji.
I mean,
Come on, catch
Loke-
up.
Loke. That gets me some points.
Negative aura.
I'm not good at this.
It's okay. He'll get there one day.
Okay. So, like, first of all, so your language is fascinating to us.
Thank you.
Good to know.
I want to talk a little bit about things that are different for you guys growing up than they were for us. One thing
Right.
is like you're not going to believe this. We had no phones. We had no social
Oh my
media.
I'm
god!
gagged.
You know this, right? Your
Mm.
parents
There
didn't
were-
either. So,
That's insane.
what are you guys on mostly?
TikTok,
TikTok.
100%, and Snap.
Snapchat, I would
Here's
say.
the thing. I hear, well, not I hear, but I know, like, different countries outside of the U.S., like, they
Do not
like,
use Snap.
don't be using Snap. Like
In
that.
Israel,
Yeah.
when I found out that people don't use Snapchat and they just use WhatsApp, I was in
Oh, yeah,
shock.
it's
Right.
so bad.
Is
Like, I'm sorry.
WhatsApp bad? Meaning you're
WhatsApp is for.
I don't use WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp to communicate with my family that does not live in the U.S.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
So for
That's-
me,
Right.
WhatsApp is like
I never use it.
for the family,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's
I
not for
see.
friends.
like, all right, so basically, like, this kid, like, came up to us and, like, asked, like, oh, like, do you have Instagram? We're like, that is so weird. Like, ask for the
Give me
Snap.
your Snap.
So, like, if we're getting into, like,
wait. Let's go back.
Riz.
For a second. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, how could
we
forgot
forget
How
Riz?
could we
No,
forget
Riz is.
Riz is
we
I know that word.
Benji has
What's
a lot
Riz?
of Riz.
There was an article
How is Riz
about it.
different from
Wait.
Aura?
Well, do you know what
Aura-
Riz
no,
stands
if you
for?
have like hella Riz, then
Yeah,
you got
Hella.
Aura.
Also,
You got Aura.
Hella became like developed.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But do you guys know what Riz stands for?
It doesn't like
Um,
I think
Well,
isn't it charisma, short?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but like it's
But if
not
you have good
where it
Riz, you
stems
have like
from.
good game.
Yeah.
It's like you have game, bro. Like
Right.
Right.
okay.
W
It's
game.
always good to have Riz.
W
Also-
Riz.
or there's just W and L. You
On the
know what
West
that means.
Coast, you guys say bro. On the West Coast, they say
Yeah.
bra more.
No. It's just
not
they
a
just
thing.
say bro.
They say
Everybody
bro.
says bro.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Well, let's go back 1 second. So you guys are mostly on TikTok.
No, Snapchat.
Yeah.
TikTok.
What do you use them each for? TikTok is more for entertainment.
Right.
Snapchat.
And Snapchat's for communication.
Yeah. So like you would like it's so like Snapchat culture in like Florida and like the US especially is insane.
Yeah.
Like you will be like snapping people. Like you just send people pictures of your face and like you need the streak. Like you can't lose a streak. And your private story is low key everything.
A streak is how many
Okay.
days you have been snapping a person. So if you lose a day, you lose your streak.
You
Yeah,
lose
it's
your
awful.
streak.
And meaning an indicator of how close you are to them as a friendship
I mean,
is
not
how long
necessarily.
your streak is.
Not
I mean,
necessarily.
you could have a falling out with the friend and then, you
Still
know,
snap
have
them.
like a 1,000-day streak, which is absolutely insane. Like that's a streak of snapping someone back and forth for like over 3
Photos.
years.
But what you're snapping is a picture of yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Or just anything.
anything
Okay.
you want.
So meaning if I'm friends with Avi, let's just say,
Right.
and we were your age in South Florida or wherever, and so I would give you some indication
You'd
of
probably
how
send me
much I
pictures
like
of-
you and what a good friend you
Not
are.
Probably send
By
necessarily.
every
pictures of
day
your-
sending you a picture.
Because
your
people
dog.
also
Yeah.
snap people that they're not really friends with.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's kind of just like a form of communication
Yeah.
without really communicating. You're not saying anything.
or if you're like trying to like bag someone, like
bag.
or just
bag.
bag is like
You know, you're
get
bagging
someone.
them. You're getting them.
Like you got them.
You
Like
need to get a boyfriend. You're
okay.
saying,
Right.
well,
Okay.
it's not. It goes both ways. You know what I mean? Like like I'm trying to bag that is like I'm trying to like get at that. Like
Or you could
Uh-huh.
say like, get the bag, but that's a different context.
oh yeah, get that bag is just
It's like
get
getting
the
money.
Get
Or
the
the
money.
dough. But no one says that.
I'm still on the picture thing. Sorry, I'm very slow. Okay, so you snap me a picture. Do I have to respond
Yeah.
or like it?
Yeah, you.
Or-
I
You
mean,
can leave them on open,
You
but it's
can-
kind of like
that's
Leaving
so
it
bad.
open is
It's rude.
Yeah,
it's
like,
seen as rude in the culture of Snapchat. If you
not
leave
even
someone
that. It's just in the
Okay.
culture of anywhere, like left on red, basically.
Right.
Or like delivered is like wow, like
What's
you're
a
just
word? What's
what do
a
you mean?
word
What
for
do you
rude?
mean?
rude.
Yeah, like if, let's say I left it unopened.
Oh, he left
He
me
is
on
so.
No, like oh
He did me dirty.
red. No,
no, like
just left me on red.
no, like that's mad embarrassing. That's just
Do
embarrassing.
you guys use the word ghost? We would say he
Yeah.
ghosted
Oh yeah,
me.
ghosted. Like that's oh my god.
I
so
ghosted
bad.
him.
Or like he ghosted me.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm still back to the pictures. you okay? So you're sending this picture every day. You're keeping
Right.
your streak going.
Right.
But if
It's not the same picture.
No, it's
No.
different
No,
photos.
duh, like
No,
bro,
no.
you just like snap someone back and forth.
Something,
Like
yeah.
oh, you take a picture of where you're at. You take a picture of like half your
You
face.
see?
Like
I
you
know
just-
the
Right.
viewers can't see this. This is a snap of my friend.
Oh,
Now
It's-
I will
It's just
snap
a,
her
it was a
back.
picture of the road.
okay.
you just
Right.
like take
Just photos
pictures
back and
forth.
Now, okay, so you just took a picture of yourself sticking your tongue
Oh,
out
I'm
at
sorry.
her, meaning is it okay still to smile?
Yes, it
yeah, but
is.
it's like low key whack. Respectfully, like I mean, like
Well,
well,
Liana
if you
just
do
said
it
it's
cute,
okay to smile.
Well, it's okay to smile, but like
Respectfully.
I wouldn't really snap someone just being like,
like
"Cheese."
smiling, bro,
Right.
like
No.
as if it's like family photo. No,
Yeah,
thank
no.
you.
Okay.
It's like you're being like
Posted on the gram.
nonchalant. Another word. See, like we
No,
keep
I know
Nonchalant.
that word. Yeah.
nonchalant.
No, that's
You
that's
wa-
a word that you use. Nonchalant.
Yeah.
You
he
want
knows that word. Like
you want to
People
be
use
Nonchalant's
nonchalant
a real
before
word.
us, Allie.
Yeah, that's
like a real
word.
thing.
Yeah.
okay,
The
bad.
people who came before you
Oh my
use
God,
that
I don't know.
word.
Well,
Yes.
it's been revolutionized.
Okay, but rather says to meaning you want to be nonchalant in your picture. You're
Yeah.
saying.
I can't believe you guys use such a long word, nonchalant. It's not
I
nonch.
guess. No.
No,
Oh, yeah, you
definitely
can-
not.
you can
I
definitely
do not
shorten
shorten that.
Okay. All right. So Snapchat, you're communicating with pictures. Also, you're texting in Snapchat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
texting,
yeah.
calling, like
and groups or just
Oh yeah,
one
there are group chats and like
you can do group calls also on there. I feel like the equivalent of getting someone's number back in the day is like kind of getting
Oh.
someone's
Snap.
snap. Just to put
Okay.
it into
So
perspective.
how-
like
what-
specifically in the U.S.
Why is
like,
it hard to get their snap? Isn't it just their phone number?
No.
Okay, well, it's like different. It's like it's not hard to get their snap. If you're gonna go like out there and be like, oh, let me get your snap, like you're probably you're gonna bag that.
But
You're
what
gonna
is that,
bag
how
snap.
would that happen? Like actually, technically, what does it mean to get your snap? Meaning,
Like how you would, like back in the day, go get a girl's number.
Yeah, can I get
okay,
your
meaning,
number?
and you would just like what? Like you
Get
would.
your app.
Oh
well,
yeah,
there's
you
a
would
thing
pull
you
out
can
your phone and they
scan
type in
or
their
type in the
username.
Oh, I
username.
see. It's username. Then
Right.
you have the person's snap. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
All right.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question though? Because like when we were kids, it would be horrible. Let's say if someone was not allowed to sit like at the lunch table. Like that would be bullying, right? Is it, if there's a group of you, is it okay like not to let someone in or to kick someone out? Can
We're
that
talking
happen?
about cyberbullying.
It
now.
definitely
Oh, like-
happens, but I
oh,
don't like
yeah.
it.
I mean, like that's like you're weird for doing that. Like bullying is like low key, like just like I
Wrong.
feel like it's kind of no duh.
It's
like,
okay if you have people you don't like, but I think bullying is just stupid.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
But if
it's
you
just-
have a
I-
friend group, they're all in the same Snap group.
Oh my god!
No.
And then they make a new group
Group
without
chat
you.
without
that's,
you.
That's
That's
raps.
rude.
It's
Oh, man.
literally raps. I'm
So
sorry.
like a lot of the times there will
Raps.
be like a big group chat,
Yeah.
like in any other platform, but specifically on Snapchat. And then if they remake the group chat without you or without a couple people, like
And if
There's
they
like
name,
beef.
That's actually so mean.
if they name it like Cool Kids Group without Avi, that would hurt.
oh my god,
that
yeah.
is so sad.
That would
That'd be
hurt. yeah.
terrible. It'll never happen because we're not on social media, your friends.
Sometimes they'll rename
And
the
you're
group.
cool.
So they won't make a new group. They'll rename the current group that name, a Cool Kids Group without Avi, and then they'll all leave, and I'll be the only member. of that group.
Oh my God.
But then I use it for notes to myself, things I want to
Nice,
remember,
nice.
shopping list.
Okay, so you're on Snapchat to communicate, and
Right, and
do you,
also-
do you use filters or that's over?
Well, like,
Unironically,
Yawn. yeah, like unironically, like you don't be doing that, like.
Unironically, that's a
What do you
real
mean?
word that I know.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
like I wouldn't send a a photo with a snap pretending like slay.
like your giving face, like
We
no,
do that a lot.
everyone obviously knows that there's a filter.
like
I
if-
would send a filter as a joke.
as a joke.
yeah. If
okay.
you're using the
Right.
filter, you're
Okay.
like
My
oh, you're-
father's
And you-
WhatsApp photo is Tom Cruise
Oh,
in the cockpit.
he looks like Tom
in
Cruise.
Top
I
Gun
heard
2.
that.
Twin and
It works.
Yeah.
You see that enough.
Also, another thing about Snap is like your private story. That's like
a big,
a big thing. So basically, it's like a story that you can choose like specific people to
It's
be
your
on.
lore.
Well, like you can drop lore on there,
Uh-huh.
but like it's like
Posting about your name,
Meaning-
about your
weird
day.
story.
Sorry.
You put lore together.
It's a private story, and everyone who's following you on Snapchat can see
No,
your
like-
private
Well,
story.
you
No.
have a main story
Okay.
where everyone can see.
Right.
But Ali, take it up.
All right. So you have a main story. You can post on the main story. Same thing with like Instagram is like you
Right.
can post on
Your
main
public,
story.
like your public page on Facebook.
Yeah,
whatever.
but you can make as many stories as you want. Like you can make a private story with your closest friends, and then someone that's like not really
Friendly.
as close with that you're
Friendly.
friendly, and it's like your closest friends where you post everything. You literally post your life on it all the time,
Does
and it's like
Snapchat deletes it, right?
yeah,
doesn't
it's
stay
only
forever.
after
24
24 hours. But you also
Okay.
have your memories where it's like a literal separate camera roll,
Mhm.
and it's like you just like you save your snap. So you
Uh-huh.
take a picture of something, you can save your snap, and then you can post it on your private
For
story.
example, I have 2 private stories. I have a bigger one where it's called Cuties, where it's just like friends that I'm friends with,
Okay.
but I'm not super close with. And then
Mhm.
I have a smaller private story where my closest friends are on, and I just post things that like I could tell them separately, but I could just post it there, feel comfortable,
Yeah.
and like
Mm.
But
It's
let's
like your
say one of the
thoughts.
you became closer to one of the cuties, you'd move her into the
yeah,
other
yeah, you
group.
so
Yeah.
would.
Okay, got it. Okay, so Snapchat, got it.
Yeah.
I might actually just download it tonight. Avi, we can practice.
make a
Add
should.
me,
Bitmoji.
bro.
You want to get my snap or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to bag that.
Oh,
Gas,
okay.
gas. Okay, so now Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram is huge everywhere else, like everywhere, basically just in general.
Everywhere
like,
else besides where?
No, just everywhere.
Okay.
I'm
It's
just saying in
big.
general.
Here too. They call it
Personally-
Instouche.
No.
Yeah.
You ever heard that?
In Israel, they use
Yeah.
that. In
That's
Israel, they're
cute.
like Instouche,
Instouche. Yeah.
but
That's
it's not in
adorable.
America.
Not in America, no.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
an IG. So basically,
Or the
Right.
gram, but I don't say that.
IG what?
Graham is like mad old.
Gram is like millennials.
Like grandma.
Yeah.
No, gram like Instagram.
Oh, Graham.
You've never heard that one before?
Graham is mad old. I think you were telling me that the word Graham means
Yeah, no,
mad old.
We misunderstood you. Okay,
We're learning a lot. We're pretty good,
We're
I think.
You're doing great.
we're
Yeah.
okay.
So basically, like posting, like you have to like give like
Instagram is where you post like your best.
your best pictures. Like you actually have to like you have to
face
hard
cards
launch.
should not decline.
Yeah,
Right.
you have to like literally look your best, like body T. You know what I mean?
Meaning,
Body
Body
tight like a
teeth.
nun.
meaning you can really be yourself on Snapchat
Yeah,
Look, maxing.
yeah. You have to like
Right.
actually mock on Instagram, or else
You
you'll
gotta
get
because
Wow.
mocked.
everybody sees it.
Yeah,
I
all
see,
your
I see.
friends.
Do you guys do an Instagram story every day?
No, definitely not. Oh my god.
Snapchat would be more of an everyday occurrence. Instagram is more for special occasions.
Uh-huh.
Not to like be like that and like mysterious or whatever, but like I don't post on my Instagram public story. It's like a thing that's like I don't know, some people just don't post at all and then some people post a lot. It's very like weird. You know what I mean? It's very like if you're active. I'm not active like that.
Mm.
Just because it's like I have to make sure like you like look best. You know what I mean?
So on Instagram, you put your best of the best.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of people do have a spam account or a photo dump account
Oh yeah, like
where
photo
it
dump
is
Photo
more
dump.
casual. So
Oh.
a lot of people have 2 Instagram accounts, which I do. I have a main, which I don't really post because too intimidating.
Yeah.
And then
I feel bad.
I have a
You should post. Why not?
No, because
We'll
that's
see by
they're
the
saving that
end.
for the dump. Like the dump is like where you just
the dump is where I post everything. I post like kind of silly photos, I guess.
Yeah, like a
I
bunch
like
of
the
pictures and
dump.
stuff.
Meaning that's
Team
like,
dump.
Yeah.
That's the real
Photo
you.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's so like casual Instagram like.
But do you
2014.
need a real one? Meaning, do you have to do that?
I mean, like yeah, like I guess you
Yeah.
should. I mean, like if you're gonna have Instagram, you're starting with the main.
Okay, so your dump would be where you're yourself.
Sure.
Okay,
Eh,
and the
some people
regular.
try to be like mad aesthetic though.
But are you
Mad
intimidated,
aesthetic.
Ali? Are you
Yes.
intimidated to put things on the regular?
Oh, 100%.
I
Guys,
don't have any
listen,
posts on my main.
Okay.
it's like either you have like a bunch of posts or you have none. Like, so basically, I literally just posted for the first time like a couple months ago after not posting for 2 years because I had to make sure I literally looked my best, and I captioned it "hard launch."
Hard launch.
Oh.
We know what
Hard launch
is.
Yeah,
can
yeah, we
also
know
be
that.
used
We
in
know
a
that.
relationship.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Like when you
Because-
announce the relationship?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah,
Like you
hard
take a
launch.
photo of
But
you
since
and
then, how
your
often-
boyfriend or
Hard launching
girlfriend.
the relationship. Yeah.
Since then, how often are you putting things on that one, on the main one, or the?
I'm waiting till I get my next flick here in Israel,
Got it. Okay.
and then yeah.
Okay.
I think this. Would you consider? I think this podcast is not our public Instagram. It's our dump.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm fine with that.
Me too.
Sure.
We
Yeah.
can let it all hang out here.
Yeah, I have another podcast. It's more
It's a
professional.
soft
Oh
launch.
yeah.
So that could be like your
You
you know
do?
soft launch.
What do you do with
Aw.
Tom Cruise. I mean, your
Tom
dad.
Cruise and Howard Stern?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spinning back to Instagram
Spinning
again.
back.
So like basically like the culture like everywhere is just like DMing and it's like being very active on it. Like especially outside of the States, it's very like, oh, you use Instagram for everything. Like you DM everyone, like you post, like you make stories, you have your highlights. Like it's very like in order. Like that's your whole personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I get that sense.
You
And
say-
No, like sorry. I'm so sorry. I just feel like outside of the States it's more used. While
Yeah.
we kind of split it between Snapchat and Instagram.
Instagram is like the face you present to the world and to your best friends and your
Yeah.
friends. And you're saying that Snapchat is how you're communicating with
It's
everyone.
like more
Yeah.
chill.
Okay, and it's also how
Snapchat's
you
more
would
chill.
communicate also with someone you like. You're saying.
do you like that it disappears?
Okay.
Is that important?
I don't care.
I mean, it doesn't
You
really
can
matter.
save things in chat.
Right.
So if I care to, I will.
You're on your phones a lot during
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
So am I. I don't even have any of these things.
Yeah, me too.
Very little variety. But do you guys watch any TV shows or
I
read
do.
any books?
I don't read.
I mean, like I used to be so into reading because I was like nonchalant and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like now I'm just like on my phone. Like and when we watch TV, we like stream stuff like on like
Right.
Hulu, like Netflix.
But
all
you
that
watch
stuff.
series
I like to
you
binge.
watch.
Oh
a
yeah,
se-
yeah, binge 100p.
What shows do you guys like to binge?
You know, like the classics, like you know, like Gossip Girl, like Gilmore
Grey's Anatomy.
Girls. Grey's
Gilmore
Anatomy.
Girls is a great one.
so good.
Gilmore
Pretty Little
Girls, yeah.
Liars.
Oh, Pretty Little
Great one.
Liars. Basically
I like
everything.
a lot of
Low-key
like
everything.
early 2000
2000s
shows like
Early
One Tree
two-
Hill.
Yeah.
That's a great
I've
one.
never seen that.
The OC.
Yeah,
The
Montreal.
OC, right?
The OC. These are great
Oh, those are still good.
series.
Yeah.
Gossip
they
Girl's
still
still
are.
in. Gilmore
Classic.
Girls also.
Was Montreal football? No.
Well, no, One Tree Hill had basketball.
Basketball.
Oh yeah. Outer Banks.
Question. You guys, everyone's on their phones too much, right? Like,
Agree.
by the way, in Israel, I think our kids are on the phone more than anyone in the world.
Really?
I might have made that statistic up, but
Maybe.
I think
I
it's
feel like in
true.
America we're definitely
Oh,
up there.
Do you ever
So-
take breaks? Like just
Sure.
Never like intentionally. I never like am like, oh, like let me put my phone down. Let's rest
Right.
my eyes. Like, no, I'm gonna go to sleep.
I will
Yeah,
say I
Liana,
do use my
yeah.
phone a lot, but like I can be present in the moment. It's not like it's an issue, but I'd have to be like entertained.
Got
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
got it.
Like it'd have to come naturally. It's
Oh my
not
God.
like, oh, I'm putting down my phone for the reason of let's not be
Yeah,
on the
too much
screen too much.
time.
Mhm.
Right. It's more like, oh, I'm present in the moment. I want to be with my friend. I'm not
yeah.
gonna be on my phone.
okay,
Mhm.
that's good. And in school, how does it work? Like,
my God, so
you have to
They
put
take
your
them
phones
away?
away.
I think it really just
Yeah.
depends on the
On the
school,
school that
on the
you go
teacher.
to.
For me, my school, like we're allowed to have our phones out. We're not supposed to be on it in class. We can use it during passing periods and lunch, but we're not really supposed to be on it on. Like,
But are
during
you
class.
in fact on it in class?
It depends on the teacher. If they're chill with it, then I'll be on my phone. If not, then no.
But if they're Allie?
All right, so apparently there's this like new like bill in Florida or something that was passed that you have to like put your phone away.
Mhm.
And like this started like a year ago or something, and it got like super intense. And at my
Mhm.
school, like we have to like put our phones in like little cubbies, and I know a lot of my friends have to do that, like not cubbies but like
Mhm.
sleeves. You have to put the phone away, and it's like honestly awful. And I feel like it just like fuels the addiction more when someone like says like, oh, you can't have it,
Mhm.
and then take it away from you. It's awful.
Mhm.
But like I'm trying to control myself.
Do you guys ever, like at the dinner table, maybe, like to use your phones?
Like-
I feel like
or-
that really just like depends on like your family.
Yeah, your
like if
family.
you have like
Okay.
a sit down meal every,
Personally, like my family's like more religious, so Shabbat, no phones at the table.
Mhm.
But I think it just depends on your family.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, first of all, thank you for coming to Israel for the summer. You're
Thank
here on
you
a
for having us.
on a program.
It's crazy.
How do you like our country?
Insane.
How do you like your country?
I love
awesome.
Yeah.
Both. This is my first time in Israel actually, and like I grew up very like not super Jewish, but in a Jewish community, and I felt like this is like a really full circle moment, and it's like there's nothing like it. As saying this as a first like time coming, it for me it was really like a special experience and just really meaningful to me. Even though I'm not very like Orthodox religious,
Yeah.
I mean I do Shabbat like every here and there, but it means a lot to me being here. It's insane.
And it's a weird time to come because of the war.
it. I think it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool that you came this year.
Yeah. I feel like it's important to show up and be
Mhm.
here. I know that
It
like
is. It's brave to come.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people who were planning to come to Israel this summer, I think, didn't come. They
Yeah.
were concerned.
Personally, since I do have like an Israeli background, all my family lives here. I only have a little bit of family left in Venezuela.
Mhm.
So my mom was more comfortable with having me in Israel since everyone's here, and she grew up here. She knows like the culture. She knows what it's like to be here during like war times. You know what I mean, and like hard times. So I think she was more calm with me coming. But it's like really cool that Ali was here. Honestly, I was
guys.
thinking about that.
Preach.
But, yeah,
It's a
Preach.
big guys camp.
Preach.
So you guys are going into what grade? Are you going into your
11th.
Yeah.
11th?
Going
So
to
that's a
junior.
big year in America, right?
It is.
It's a big
Okay.
year
Oh my
everywhere.
God,
But it's
so
like the
nervous.
last hard year. After 11th grade, everything's easy. 12th
First
grade,
and last.
college,
For
work.
life. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's the hardest year of your life. Maybe.
It is.
Thanks, guys.
SATs,
It's not that hard.
SATs.
Is there a lot of pressure in your schools in terms of getting to colleges and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it feels like
It's all about the you.
yeah. I want to go to Florida State. Florida
Okay.
State.
I
Okay.
really haven't
University.
thought of where I wanted to go, but I think it depends on the grade you fall in and the friend group. Personally, my friend group is pretty competitive, and all my friends are really smart, which good for them, and it kind of makes me want to like push myself more.
Benji, I was gonna say like at the end of the podcast, toward the end, let this be a lesson to what using phones too much can do to your brain rot. We didn't get into brain rot.
rot. Oh my God, bro.
What's
I'm
brain
surprised you
rot?
know
I'm
that.
actually like, okay, so basically, brain rot is like this thing. It's just
Deep
a bunch
lore.
of. It's just a bunch
Deep
of
lore.
like words that just don't really make sense, and a bunch of things that don't make sense. But like,
A lot
you
of
have
young
to
kids
get it
use
to get it. Like, basically, it like originates from this like cartoon that like I'm not joking. Gen Alpha,
Gen Alpha.
right? And it's like this cartoon, and it's
That's what it's called? Gen Alpha?
Yeah,
or it's
'cause
just
it goes by
mad
the-
old.
No, Gen Alpha.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
the Generation Alpha watches it.
Watches
Oh.
this. They watched Skibbity Toilet. That turned into, you guys know what a meme is? Question mark.
Yes.
Okay.
Period.
Period. Love it. And so basically it turned into this huge meme where people would like clown it and just be, oh, Skibbity Toilet, and then Riz, and then like Baby Gronk and Livy Dunn in Ohio.
Which we
It's
can't
so
even
advanced.
explain.
You don't even understand what that means.
I barely get it,
But what does
and
that have
I'm
to do
on
with brain
TikTok
rot?
all day.
It's brain
It
rot.
is brain rot.
That's the language of brain rot?
Yeah. Or
brain
like,
rot is like you just have to know it.
Yeah. And there's like these two like streamers that are very like popular with that audience, and it's like Kai Cenat and like Duke Dennis.
Right.
And it's very brain rot. You have to look into that
So
one.
brain rot is a segment,
State of mind.
a state of mind that has its own kind of language and references
Yeah, references.
It's not just
pretty
if you're like online too much. You're like,
Oh, yeah, it's
brain rot.
chronically online.
Yeah, people who
Oh,
are
that's not-
chronically online, a lot of them are
They will
brain rot.
develop brain
Yeah.
rot. Like
Yeah.
eating too much sugar gives you tooth rot.
Yeah, you're
Sure.
getting the hang of it, man.
Now, in terms of like where you guys live in South Florida, was there when the war started? Were there rallies
Oh my
in
God, yeah.
support of Israel?
Oh.
So
You guys
I
suck.
think with the rallies, Florida, we're kind of more fortunate. Obviously, we see a lot of anti-Semitism, but it hit like a lot of other like states and cities way more. Like we see a lot in New York and California, maybe some in other places. I think Florida, especially colleges like UM and UF, there aren't as many protests, and I feel like the colleges are taking a better stance on it in like not allowing that type of behavior with like
Not
anti-Semitism.
letting it go too far.
Yeah, because in Florida, I mean, we see like a more, population of Jews and stuff like that. But I have a lot of friends in LA, and I see they're so like the anti-Semitism there is insane. One of my best friend, her brother was at a rally, and his very, very close friend got hit in the face, bleeding, had to go to a hospital. It was awful.
It's unbelievable. That totally did not exist when
Yeah.
Benji and I were growing up.
I honestly almost forgot about this. There was a Palestinian rally right outside of my school.
Yeah.
My school is connected to a JCC,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and like
They
so there was
protested outside the JCC.
right. They protested right outside, and a kid in a grade above me, I think he got like punched.
Yeah.
There's a video out there, but
Oh,
it's kind of crazy.
I feel like, the anti-Semitism has been rising. Like last year at like a local school, also a Jewish school, there was a incident in football. Soccer, where I know I've been in outside of America for literally
2
Right.
seconds.
Now I'm
yeah.
You're like us. You're learning the lingo of the local.
and they started jumping them and like starting yelling nasty things about like Jews being like I'm not gonna say it, but like it's
Do you
some
Right.
really
feel?
gross
Do you
stuff.
feel like more Jewish these days over there?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think I've always felt Jewish.
Yeah.
I grew up kind of religious, so I don't know.
I mean, me having not that, like I didn't grow up super religious, just knowing that I'm Jewish, sometimes practicing Shabbat.
I don't
not
think there
very-
is super religious. I think that as long as you're honest, and then you're religious.
I think you're
And
Jewish
Yeah.
no matter what.
person,
Like
yeah.
just how you practice.
That's a religion. I think religion means being honest about the thoughts that you have and what you believe in, whatever that is at the time, and it can go that way, it can go the other way, it can go. And
What do you mean? Meaning, it's also meaning to be a religious Jew. My mother always used to say there's a big difference between being a religious Jew and an observant Jew, because an observant Jew can be not religious at all.
Right.
A religious Jew may not be observant, and to be religious, you have to be like
Your
good
mother's
to
a-
other people and caring
Your mother's a very wise
and loving.
person.
My mother is a wise person.
So
love
I
her
guess
very
Ali,
much.
you can say you're observant.
So
I guess so. I mean,
well, no,
Well, no,
Ali,
I'd say
I would
you're
say that
religious.
you're
I don't know.
religious.
I'm
Yeah.
low key not at all. Like I'm not, but especially having now.
No, but Ali, just one second. What I was saying was, meaning to be religious. What I
Yeah.
was saying was, I think it means that you're just you're a good person. To be observant and religious is something else, but to
Right.
be observant, right?
Practicing all
Anyway.
this stuff. But I feel like after October 7th and all this war
Mm-hmm.
going on, I felt even more connected, and I wanted to come to Israel. I felt like a need and like a desire. I'm very, very passionate about this, and I've started, wearing my like Magen David and like, really just like being proud of my like people and like Israel and like homeland and everything like that. Not being scared to tell people I am.
It's kind of cool because today we did go to Yad Vashem.
Yeah.
We spoke to a Holocaust survivor, which was cool.
Yeah.
We heard her story. It was very nice to listen to, like firsthand.
Have you ever before heard from a Holocaust survivor?
Yes.
Have you ever
Yeah,
heard?
I have. My school, again, very Jewish community. They organized a Holocaust survivor to speak, and they did that on like Holocaust moments.
Memorial.
Yeah.
Right.
And my grandpa was a Holocaust survivor.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. From where? Where was he from?
He's from Czechoslovakia.
Oh. And have you ever been in Miami Beach to the Holocaust Memorial there?
Nope. I haven't
It's
been.
like this hand, right? Have
Yeah.
you ever seen
Yeah,
it?
I
They
have.
actually, I'm not gonna say my school, but near my school, they made like there's actually two places in. Have you ever heard of University School?
Nope.
It's
No.
whatever. They
like a
have
small college.
They kind of created. They grabbed not old. Holocaust survivors back when they were still around, and they filmed them saying 100 different questions. It was a very long process, and they kind of turned it into this hologram kind of thing, where so that after they pass away, we could still learn their testimonies, and you can actually ask it questions, and most likely they had already,
Really?
yeah, because it's like important to keep their stories alive.
I used to think before this podcast interview with these two terrific people that kids would get negative mid brain rot from being on social media all the time,
Right.
and that it was killing their riz. But now,
I mean, I feel if you're more like chronically online, you have more riz.
You know
I mean,
it's in.
maybe not
but these I was
IRL.
gonna say, these
but-
guys are incredibly aware, intelligent, connected.
Absolutely.
The lesson I'm gonna have for this podcast is have my kids use their phones more.
No,
Some of them are old, but I still have a 17-year-old. He could use his phone even more.
Our age.
Yes.
In all seriousness, I think every generation thinks the next one there's something wrong with them
Yeah,
and is
yeah.
nuts, right? So you will one day think the next one, like, oh, I
Gen
can't
We already
believe,
think.
I can't
Is
believe
that Gen Alpha?
Yeah, it
Skibbity
is.
Younger
toilet.
than you?
Yeah.
Skippy
Skibbity toilet room.
Ridiculous.
You're gonna say I can't believe that they're so whatever it might
Yeah.
be, right? But it's just a lack of understanding on some level. I do think there is personally. I think being on your phone too much is a problem. Like I think the world's gonna see that at some
agree.
point. But somehow you two seem to be immune from it.
Yeah.
Because you're very bright.
I mean,
and you're amazing, and you're great to talk to, and
You're
you're
Israel.
clearly got a lot going on in your lives, and
But we don't know it because it's not on their public Insta. It's on their Snap.
now we're making connections.
we
here.
found out the old-fashioned way. We
You
talked
have to
to
figure
them.
out what the photo dump. Get on that.
No, but it's
micro-analyze that.
it is
Right.
amazing that you came also this summer, in particular.
All
It
right.
means a lot, I think. Too. You must meet Israelis all the time that are surprised to even see tourists here.
I mean, yeah.
We went to that one graffiti tour, and he was really
I did a graffiti tour, like in Tel Aviv.
yeah, the one in Tel Aviv,
Yeah.
and he said that it was really surprising that we came, and it was like good because like like business slowed down since
And it,
there
like,
weren't any
thrives on-
tourists.
And what do you guys think of Israelis overall?
Pretty awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
for the handful I've met, I'm not trying to make impressions, generalize.
Right.
I mean, I think they're very, very strong-headed. I like that.
Mm.
It's kind of like me.
Mm.
They're very. I know. I like them personally.
Mhm.
And Eliana, you come from an Israeli
I
family.
mean, yeah, most of my
right?
family's Israeli.
So you have to say you like them.
all my cousins, my grandparents, my mom. Like
Yeah, no, you love Israelis.
I have to, but yeah, I mean, I think.
Here's what I would like from you guys, because I feel like you're sort of trendsetters a little bit.
Thank you.
If you could make, like, instead of awesome or whatever, chopped liver on the beach.
That's the name of our podcast.
Yeah,
Okay.
just try it.
Chop
Try to-
liver.
Add
Bro, that's so
chopped
liver on the beach.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we
right.
could so make it a thing like
Yeah.
Like, bro,
you're
that's
giving
literally-
chopped liver on the beach.
No, not even. It's like that is so chopped
Chopped
liver on the beach.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think you have
Okay.
to say with attitude, and we can make it happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Can
100
I
people.
have your snap? You are chopped liver on the beach.
Dude, do you think this is chop liver on the beach? Period.
Wait,
Oh,
are we
sorry.
saying it as a negative thing or as a positive thing?
Positive.
Positive.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you're so giving chopped liver on the beach.
Thanks.
Period.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys. Thanks a ton for coming on the
Thank you for having
podcast.
us.
I've
Yeah.
learned.
Having
I've
us.
learned too much almost. This is. I have a lot to process.
Their chopped liver never declines.
Oh.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Shalom,
very
shalom.
much.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
Bye.